All right.
Hey everybody, I'm John with F&N Good Chicken Tenders. Here at F&N Good Chicken Tenders, we make the finest, fresh, hand-battered chicken tenders on the planet. Don't believe me? You have to. I'm in the commercial. We offer a variety of sauces, sides, and other S-words to ensure you always leave satisfied. I get it though, we live in Cincinnati. You can't predict the weather, and you can't predict when you're going to need some chicken tenders. So I'm here to announce that we have online ordering available for all of you. Please, please, hold the applause. It's very difficult to order while you're clapping. You can order from our website, conveniently eating up space beneath me here. You can text tenders to 33733 to order using our app, or better yet, directly from our Facebook page, because you're living in the best future. So come out and try F&N Good Chicken Tenders. Real chicken, real fast, real good. We should make that our slogan.
All right, guys, we're right here and we're in map 1. This is gonna be a 9-set series, so we don't have a graphic for 9 maps, but we're gonna do and we're gonna work with it here. So it's basically first team to 5.
Yes, sir. And the first map being Hacienda, it's going to be a fun one. I mean, Hacienda is, I think, one of my favorite maps in this game, only because it's one of the, it plays better than some of the other ones. 3-laned and very balanced. Need 2 ARs, 2 subs at all times. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big map.
It is a large one, but you have these close, fast lanes. Poison holding him down with the AR. Usually you see him with the sub out. But, I mean, he's holding these long angles with the AR, gunning him down, getting this top dark control. Super important for this P1 area. You want to keep the team spawning in that back boat area, push out that flat side of the map, and hold towards the side of the P2. And it looks like Swordsman gonna break into that P1, and Crump gonna sneak around the back. He doesn't know that number 3 is gonna be in that P2 objective already. But he's just gonna play his life back here. Not gonna let anybody know. As his teammates fall, he might have to get active here and get involved in some of these gunfights. But he does get a free kill on the VJs and gets traded out in the back, and so spawn control gonna go to the side of Poison and Co. Gizmo, Goodboys. G2 sliding in. Can he find 3? He's not able to, so stabilization for the side of the Goodboys, but this hill just keeps going back and forth. It's hard to even keep up with who has control.
They're going crazy here so far. D2 almost had those 3, and I mean they're going back and forth so far. I want to see Revo have himself a good series. I think that's the difference of the 4 swordsmen here.
Yeah, I mean Revo, yesterday was playing like a tier 1. I mean,
out of his mind.
In the series against my team, I mean he was, yeah, he was a hard kill on the map. I mean and if he knew where I was dead. He was sliding on me. He will take a chow. Revo is not a scared player. He's confident. And sometimes a little overconfident. Hurt him in S&D a few times, but I still think he's a great player.
Oh, definitely. And yeah, I mean, I think if I'm looking at maybe not a tier 1 or a tier 2 that could really make a difference, it would be Revo for 4 swordsmen. And honestly, I think Magic is a tier 3. Yeah, Magic has got to be the tier 3 for that team. I think it could be him as well. He could be a big difference maker. He's had some big series.
Yeah,
but
he's a very hot and cold player, I think, Magic. But
definitely.
When he is hot, he is really hot. He gets
exactly.
going, and he can fry some people off the map. So if he starts heating up, you gotta look for Gizmo's Goodboys to start coming back in this map. Only down about 20 seconds right now, but control going towards the side of the swordsman. A contest is in, but now this well spawn and this top control to the side of the swordsman. They lose the gunfights on time though, and now rotation towards this rock hill. Who's going to be here first? It looks like Crump going to get the kill on the VJs, take out that trophy and get himself set up nicely. So it's going to be the Goodboys. They're going to have to break here. What can they find? 2 kills going down for each team. You can go ahead.
See if Bracky maybe Can't really find much. I think we should go ahead. Let's go do a listen in here with the side of the 4 swordsmen.
Sure.
I'm on time, poison!
Nice!
Poison there, poison there, poison there! Two there, two there, two there!
Dominating. Going down.
I'm waiting for you guys.
They're on mid. They're on mid.
Hitting, I'm not hitting it. Watch out.
On time!
Go straight, go straight.
They're on time. Nice.
Go. Watch your mid open. Watch your open.
I have all of it.
I got a front.
I'm picking up open. I picked up open. I got open.
I spawned my ball.
Open.
What the fuck? Yeah, you're 3-5. Shit out of me.
He's on rock. I'm rock. They're sliding bowling on you. Yo, I'm
Watch
gonna
mine. I got initial. Keep holding
On
out
top
the
open side. Yeah, on top open side.
I'm from wine. He's in the right corner.
I'm spawning 10, they're spawning! Oh,
I spawned before.
Bracket top right.
Big secret. Hold on. No, bottom secret. Poison.
poison, hit him twice, one top open as well.
I'm getting out. I'm trying to run here. I'm early.
I'm waiting for you guys.
Yep.
Open side, VJs. In hill.
One top open, top close.
Poison. Poison step open.
Nice, in time.
Wait for out.
Let me get this screen shared for you again.
Yes, sir. Very passionate listening out of the swordsmen. They are shouting those comms out, and really, like, it's just, you can just tell the fire's there.
It is there right now. I mean, they're looking good. But yeah, I think heading over to this P2. Let's see what kind of break off each team can get. Maybe if we get somewhere with Goodboys here, we can do a listen in with them. It looks like Poison's gonna find 2, find 3. Yeah, let's go in. Let's go right back. Let's go to the Gizmo's Goodboys now at the listening.
Sounds good.
Nothing in your front. Watch side door. One, wait, two. Three.
I want those steps.
Bring it back.
G2. Trump and G2 are both from the back. They got spawned.
I mean, grab right here. Front. I got stuck. I needed one more. Nice, nice. I spawned here. Look your front.
Door.
Yeah. Zach, watch out. My book.
Oh, I missed some.
Good. Front, bottom, secret, on secret. Okay, that's decent scrap. Spawn up. Yo, take your time on this.
Top boss pitch downstairs.
Nice.
Oh, he's in the corner. He's well.
Weak time. G2, nice.
Well, watch well, outer.
Clear out there. You guys are huge right now. One kind of close.
Outer fence,
I'm
right?
in front. I'm dead.
Outer fence.
Nice. He's gonna chop me time. Time, Bravo.
He jumped out. Flat.
Go on. Dude, working on spawn. Working on spawn.
One more thing. He's line.
Bit of slower comms outside of the Goodboys, but not showing in the gameplay as they are neck and neck, taking the lead there from the side of the swordsmen. So weird that you see those very different comms, but both teams playing at the same place, at the same pace, and neck here going into this P4.
And I mean, that was a pretty solid break off over here to P4 for the side of 4 swordsmen. They are holding off quite nicely right now. Revo finds 3, and I mean, they're just going to open up the lead off of that. And I will say, I mean, G2 maybe hasn't had the best map, but he found some big 2 pieces there on that P3, as well as Sack on that P2 to get some scrap time, finding a 3-piece there. I mean, that was just like game savers there.
And I was just gonna say too, like that hill, that last 30 seconds was very important, because if swordsmen were able to hold all of that, the lead would be at about 190 to about 120. But no, the Goodboys, they break in and they make about an even game going into this. Is this the second or third rotation? I can't
Third
even
now.
remember this game
Yeah,
was
we're
so
in
neck and
third
neck.
now.
Yeah. Third rotation, 165 to 165 to start it, and now the Swordsmen trying to take a lead, trying to get some control of this map. Magic and BJ's combined for 2 though, and they are right back in the hill, gonna take a lead of their own once again, swapping back and forth. But these trades, they just keep going down.
Yeah, and G2 maybe makes a play. Not quite. He gets taken down. I mean, Sack, I believe they have information on him now. Maybe Crump can make a play through now.
No. And yeah, the top side control going to the side of the Goodboys right now, hitting through that route. Super important by G2 to try to get to that backside. Can he find the kill on number 3 though? He does get taken out back there. And so another big kill going down. Number 8 wins it is Crump over on the well side, trying to fight towards this backside of the map. He gets another on to Bracky. 2 now, down for the side of the Goodboys. So they're fighting off the back foot. They spawn out, and now number 3 gonna have to try to play his life and be a nuisance as long as he can. Try to wait for this break and his teams to come back off spawn. He gets 1 kill into back onto Crump as well. Gets some shots onto the other, maybe over Chalice just a little bit. Could have waited just a little longer for that second shell, made them worry, made them sweat. But the break comes in anyways. This game still neck and neck, back and forth, 187 to 187. And I don't know who's going to win it at this point.
It was definitely still neck and neck, and I mean, I will say that first kill on the Crump there really set off that break. Now they're really getting some good time out of it as well. Sack not able to find the last kill, and scrap time's going to go over to Gizmo's Goodboys. They're going to take about a 30-point lead.
And that's a big set of scrap time right there. That last 20 seconds, super important. And the rotation just as important though. I mean, if they can hold all of this time on this P3, I mean, it's still not too close for comfort for the side of the Swordsmen. I mean, 26 seconds to work with. So if they get broken, they will have a chance to break back in, but ideally they want to hold all of this time on this P3, going into that rock hill, have the advantage, and only a few seconds left to try to win this game. G2 wants to call game himself, gets a 2-piece, can he find the third? Doesn't get the reload off in time. VJ with 2 of his own, but Revo and Crump with the trades. Magic off spawn does get 1 onto Crump, so the front side pressure coming for the side of the Goodboys. Can Poison find something on this outer fence? He's just going to contest, not let them get too close to the win as well. And kills coming in through the backside, trades everywhere this time, going back and forth. This game still neck and neck. Nobody wants to give an inch. Trades back and forth again on time.
Big scrap time, but big rotation here. Let's see who wins it. Number 8 trying to make a play up as well. That's Crump. Gets taken down. G2 not able to find anything. Now Sack.
Big trade, Sack with a 2-piece. But now, control to Gizmos. Only 12 seconds to win. Swordsmen have to play together here. They need just 1 break. 8 seconds. They have to hit the go button. Can they find the kill from the backside? They can't, and it looks like Goodboys are set to close this one out. Revo, can he find anything? He can't. 2 seconds to win. And it's going to be the Goodboys taking map 1. Off the back of a crazy performance out of Poison, as you always expect.
Yeah. 250, 214. That was a close one, but I mean, quite honestly, it was even closer than that most of the game.
And again, I mean, we talked about Revo being the X factor, and I think part of that was him keeping them close in that game. He didn't end up positive on the scoreboard, 30 and 32. He was putting down pressure. 2 minutes in hill, he was really trying to fight for his team, trying to play the best he could. And I mean, that's all you can ask for as your 4th.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a good map once, but we're gonna get to rewind now for map 2. Definitely a map of interest here that I like to watch. 214, I believe it was. Yeah, most definitely. Alright, cool. Never mind. They got me moved over. I just wanted to put a best of 9 graphic up. or like text up.
On this map too, might have a little more, or a little bit of an easier time in these search and destroy game modes. I mean, Poison, even though in all game modes, he is a force to be reckoned with, it is the one game mode where if you do get that kill onto him, you shut him down, the round's over for him, and you can try to clutch that one up. So, it's kind of the game mode where you can try to shut down those star players and try to go win on the board.
Yeah, no, most
Big
definitely.
opening kills. Trades going both ways. A 2v2 very quickly. Fight's gonna go down in the generators very shortly. I don't think these players know that Magic is on the chase, but he's not gonna be overzealous. And so they do get away. Plant going down on to B. Number 8 trying to hit a deep rat, get control of their spawn so that they can't. A great play. But now number 2 gonna be stuck on bomb, completely pinched, and does get taken out. And that was a good play out of VJs to try to get that wrap, set up that pinch. They weren't able to just run away and play their life in their back spawn because of that play.
Really good try. But let's see. I'm not sure the logos are set right. Sorry, I was trying to set the map one here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the chat what the map count is, and we'll keep it set from there. But yeah, let me go ahead and switch the logos real quick.
So we're going to stay on Magic for the second round on the side of the Swordsmen on this offense. We're going to see where they're going to push here. Looks like it's going to be a fast RV push towards this outside of the map. They just want to take this B site fast, but they're not ready for the two players playing spoiler inside of generators. Revo gets one and gets away with his life. Trades going down. Poison and Bracky both get taken out. So now it's all up to Magic and VJs. 2v3. They do have the bomb down, but Magic maybe a little overzealous there. Try to win that gunfight, and they're going to lose it. Not a comfortable round out of the side of the Goodboys. I just think that they needed to calm to each other and have somebody pick up that generator area, because I just don't think they were ready for that.
Yeah, most definitely. But Swordsman tied up there, so 2 defenses in a row. Definitely some aggressive plays here so far. Some bang out rounds.
And I didn't hate the play out of the Goodboys. It was just that one mistake that kind of cost them that setup, that full map control that they could have had.
Yeah, most definitely. Nate's going to go over. Revo almost gets stated out himself. Crumb does get taken down. First blooded. Insta 3v4 for 4 Swordsmen.
And I mean, pretty late in the year on this game, you got to know you can't go towards that car off the spawn every time. It's a spawn nade. It's a free kill. If you're anywhere in that vicinity, sack, gonna be the second one taken out, and quickly Revo and G2 are stuck in a 2v4.
Two, at least getting some shots down on the one, and maybe gonna find another here. Not find the kill, all up to Revo here, but Revo gets a trade, and he gets traded out instantly. So, yeah, 3 defenses in a row now.
Yep, and I mean, so I guess we're playing who's going to win the first offense. One of these teams has to figure out how they want to attack one of these bomb sites, and they have to do it effectively. They need to calm, not give up any free angles, not give up any free lives, and just play together, chow together, pretty much, is what it comes down to. It doesn't seem like either of these teams are wanting to do that on offense so far.
Getting that nade up, and Jay's right next to the car for a second.
And he's nearly taken out, but does dodge it. They do miss the nade onto the car, however, so it doesn't blow up. Magic with a trade onto Revo through the middle.
We're gonna get a gunfight here for Hedges.
Like I said, these players on this offensive side, 2 of them are together right here.
Yeah, like this is.
They're just getting a lot of these solo gunfights. There goes that one. A lot of solo gunfights going down, but finally a team might be able to pull out an offense. And it is the good boys who do it.
Opening up their lead, 3-1 now. Back on defense as well. First side, at least so far.
Yeah, I'm not sure like how they're gonna attack this offense if you're the side of the Swordsmen trying to get back into this game. I mean, it's hard. I mean, that first round, was it them or was it the good boys that did that quick rush? It was the good boys actually. They did lose that first round offense on that quick rush. So far, I mean, I think that play was a good play if they did pick that up. So maybe they have the offenses figured out, and just that one mistake cost them that first one. They could be up 4-0 right now.
Most definitely. Look at this play here. You got Jay's looking over. Has a number 2 Sack right next to him here. Can he find the kill? Get some good damage down, but Sack getting out with his life there. Bracky with the first blood in the meantime. And yeah, Sack effectively getting out with his life. Crump turns it into a 3v3.
Yep, able to fully escape, gets lost again on the map, and gets a kill on the Poison.
Wow.
And like I said, this is the game mode you can shut down that tier 1, and so far Poison 1 and 5.
I'm just gonna get the bomb. He's gonna have a gunfight. So finding one, but Magic at least able to get one back. He's up to a 5, 6 and 1, and this is the type of the map that you can get out of Magic that could really change it for you, even with Poison having a slow one.
Yeah, exactly. We did say Magic was that X factor, and when you have Poison not doing necessarily the best, not necessarily being that star player that you expect him to be, you need that X factor to pop off, and here he is with a 1v2. Can he find it? Does get the spot onto the player, doesn't need to overshell just yet, still has some time, but G2 gonna chow him anyways, gets the kill. And another round, or a round to the Swordsman, an offense to the Swordsman actually, so still a chance in this game. If they can clutch up this defense, they're right back in it.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, and they're going to need to do some more work here, but they have definitely held Poison at bay, and that's probably the first task at bay when you're playing the good boys. You need to be able to trade. If you're not trading kills, it's going to be a tough day for you. But I mean, Sack, I mean, he might be 2 and 4, but able to play his life and find that kill in the Poison last round really helped them win that round. It's not just was he able to get the information, he was able to find another kill as well. Bracky with the first blood. He's reading this play as well, eventually taken down. Sack keeping his life. Poison finding a kill back. This is a 2v2. Sack and G2 against Poison and Jays. With some shots over. Finds the kill on the Poison. Pull up to Jays in the 1v2 looking for the trade. Finds the kill. Oh boy.
Hypothetical tier 4 on this team. Can he do it? Can he get this round and separate them from the side of the Swordsmen? Try to get a 2-round lead here. Sack gonna be looking in the wrong areas, but gonna be an even gunfight here. Does get taken out though. So Jays with the 1v2 as the hypothetical tier 4 popping off for his team in the good boys.
Huge play for Jays. Finding the kills, getting the bomb plant.
2 on the map.
We're getting offenses now too.
Offenses from both teams actually, and you gotta think Gizmo's being the first ones to find it. If it keeps going, trade for trade, offense for offense, like we've had these last few rounds, they might just end up closing it out very early.
If that nade hits at all, get some damage across, but G2 finding 2.
Bracky with the trade, reels them back in just a little bit, but Magic is gonna get taken out, so Bracky a 1v3, and I mean, Bracky, S&D is his speciality. If I would say, I mean, if there was a game mode that I think that he has the best chance to make these plays in, it would be S&D. Finds the first. Can he find the second? Not able
quite.
to.
Another offense. We're definitely grinding the offenses now. So teams have figured out what they want to do, and they're doing it.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, hangouts on these offenses, like this inner CD area is just such a mix fest, and these teams both slamming into gens, slamming into top CDs, just winning gunfights back and forth. I mean, it's very mixy. Still a 4-3 map, but it seems like right now the good boys do have the edge.
See what their play is on offense here. Looks like they're all pushing through electrical here, other than number 7 Bracky. Definitely a slower play to A here, and the setup is already in for 4 Swordsmen.
Swordsmen kind of have a good bit of map control right now. They kind of have a lot cleared, and they know they kind of should have an idea that these people are in, these 3 players from the side of the good boys are in that generator area. Trump still not seeing anything on the B site, probably expecting them to go A, but A still clear as well, so they have to know these players have yet to leave their spawn or that generator area.
Bracky at least
Still
getting
this play.
information, but yeah, this is just a standstill.
Yeah.
Revo's not
This
moving.
might not happen.
He hears the door bust, so there's information in. We push through that zig hallway now. Wow, poison.
Loses the gunfight. I mean, I don't know. That was weird there. It looked like he should have won that.
Bracky finding
Poison.
2.
Poison and Bracky both extremely nasty on the sticks. Gotta be perfect when you're in a gunfight with either of those players. Miss even one bullet and it's curtains.
It's over. Bracky finding the kill. 5-3 lead now for Good Boys. They're looking for map 2 as well.
But still not over for the Swordsmen. They're going on that favorite side, on that offensive side. Those first 2 rounds were all defense due to some minor mistakes by the offenses, though. And you just see it immediately after those first 2 rounds. It's offense for offense. And so the Swordsmen, if they can get this one, they just have to clutch up one defense, and we're headed to a round 11.
You're gonna have to see it here. Bracky trying to make the play all the way around, but flying in through Elephant. 3 players on 4 Swordsmen. All 4.
VJs did get that first blood with a nade on to G2, so he is out of the round, hypothetically out of the map, off of the back of that nade. See what they can do. This looks like they're going to be a fast B hit here. Sack gonna have to catch up with the rest, but their pinch not being picked up yet, and so they do get taken out. And Bracky, and wow, I'd like to see that POV. We probably will here, but that was nasty.
6-3 for the boys, and they're looking on, especially that last kill from Bracky.
12 and 6 from him on the map. And when your tier 1 is having a struggle map, when you get your tier 2 and your tier 3 with a 2 KD, 8 and 4 and 12 and 6 respectively, I mean, that's exactly what you need to clutch up, especially in the finals where you know all 4 teams on that opposing team are going to be shooting.
It's looked dominant from them so far. You got an update this in chat.
Both of those maps, I will say, were very close. It looks like the Swordsmen were able to keep it like at least respectable, right? But
yeah,
it just felt like in both of those maps, Gizmos was in control the whole way. So we have to see a map out of the Swordsmen where they kind of look like they feel comfortable. And that's what you want on this protocol. They got to come out hot. And they have to look comfortable because so far, even though they're able to keep it close, it feels like they're just fighting off the back foot here.
Yeah, most definitely. They're going to need to start out hot here. And as we said before, get those trades. I mean, if you can't trade against this team, you're not going to be in a good spot.
Map freeze.
Yeah, and I think maybe just
Yes, sir.
I don't even know what I could pinpoint as a reason for them to not be able to kind of get a foothold on the map. I do think they calm. I don't think they leave a lot of gaps as a team, as far as their calming, as far as what lanes they're picking up. At least in comparison to other teams here in the FT League, of course. But as I said, I mean, there's a reason they're in the finals. They know how to pick up those lanes and they know how to play the map correct. So they're just gonna have to try and go back to those fundamentals here on this map 3 if they want to get back in the series.
Yeah, most definitely. And we got a raid from Agent Guava, party of 11 coming in. What's going on, everybody? We're on map 3 of the grand finals. This is a best of 9. And we got Gizmo's Goodboys up 2-0. Definitely looking very solid so far.
A lot of maps left in the series. Definitely. Need 5 to win it, so not even halfway there are the Goodboys. Can the Swordsmen try to fight back in this map 3? So far, fighting out of their spawn. Poison has to play his life up on this lip. Control a mid-map so far to the side of the Goodboys, but the Swordsmen trying to fight for it in those top windows, in that top gun area, but they're not going to be able to find many kills. G2 gets 1, but as I say that, they find 3 immediately, and now want to start getting some progress onto this B objective. VJs gets taken out as well, and I do think that means that all 4 of the players from the side of the Goodboys are off spawn. Poison finds a big one on the sack. Crump and Revo combined for 2, though. This A capture going very quickly. They're going to get the first tick at least. Can they find more here? Magic off spawn, but 2 players trying to hit through this backside. Number 7 still alive. That's Bracky. He finds one in the top window, but he gets traded out by Crump. Crump with a big 2-piece to keep the pressure off of his team. Let them at least have some breathing room off of that spawn. If he would have immediately died there, that full map control would have been to the side of the Goodboys, but he was able to give his team a lane to try to break out of there. And they do, they get on this A capture.
What can Jays find here? Nothing. G2 for 2. That's going to be the site potentially. Yeah. Extra minute secured.
They do have the life advantage here. A big win out of G2.
Oh.
Hawk Tua. See you later, Bracky.
Damn.
Back to respawn. Maybe getting a little overzealous through the backside is Crump. Sack though with the trade, kills all going in favor of the side of the Swordsmen. A great offensive round to start this map. Revo still finding kills on a 4 streak on the B objective. Not going to be ready for that shot from P1 though. Magic with an important kill, but he's going to get traded out. Top gun control though. To the side of Bracky, actually. Bracky with a 3-piece.
God.
And just as I was going to say, top control to the Swordsman, Bracky comes in hot and shuts them down. 8v5, now 8v4. An S&D round here for the side of the Goodboys. Bracky gets one but gets taken out. Now a 2v5, a 1v5 here for Poison. If anybody could do it, it's him, but 24 seconds left. These players are going to hop on this point. He's going to have to chow. What can he find? One on the Crump, but not able to get another. Doesn't want to give up any ticks, so just going to throw his life away. And maybe we can go on a listen in here in this second round with one of these teams.
Yeah, if we get into a good position here, maybe, I don't know. I honestly wasn't expecting an offense there, I will say. I was more so expecting a defense to start it out on this map, but, I mean, looking really good was 4 Swordsmen there. So, yeah, I mean, let's see if we can maybe get into a good spot here for a team and get in.
Yeah, hopefully I would assume that the Swordsmen, after the that great offensive start, might come out hot on this defense and try to close this map out early.
Then G2, 10 off of that first round. Got a 5 or a 6 spree as well.
Dropping through that bottom side, number 7 and number 6, hitting an early pinch. Let's see what they can find. Trades back and forth, Poison. Being a nuisance in that top grandma's area, that top dub window. Bracky up there with him. Does get found out. Unfortunate for him, I know they were looking for Poison and they ended up finding Bracky. Poison still alive though, running rampant in the spawn of the Swordsman. Maybe an offense. Gonna be going for both teams. At this rate, the Swordsman still not able to fight out of their spawn, and now 2 people are on this B objective. Full left side map control, gonna go to the side of the Good Boys. Now these trades have to go towards the side of the Swordsman if they want to stop this cap, but they don't. So 3 kills in the favor of the Good Boys. 3 people on that objective, but number 7 gonna get pushed up to try to play for more spawn kills. He gets 1, he gets traded out, but now another 3, another 4 dead for the side of the Swordsman. And now that progress is gonna come through, and now the harder zone to capture does get captured early. You gotta think it's gonna be another offensive round here out of the side of the Good Boys.
And this is just offensive domination right now. I mean, I did not expect this on this map so far. Both teams.
I will say, I do think that usually in the Pro League that the offensive side is favored ever since they moved the B zone towards that P2 objective.
Oh,
so,
really? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that
Yeah,
old bottom point.
if you
Yeah.
get those kills and you get that stack, it's not a hard site to hold on that B objective.
Oh, when the teammate comes in from sack, Revo may have had 2 or still he's finding a couple kills. Poison trying to push his way up to the bottom.
Round. And I mean the Swordsman down 4 lives, but they still have a chance in the round. But now, I mean 2 kills out of Magic may have just sealed the deal. Can Crump find something to try to fight back? Sack has to stay alive there, but not able to make it around the corner. And Crump gets ripped. Magic, as we said, the X Factor. But gonna get taken out by Revo. Again, the other X Factor, but Poison there for the trade. G2 trying to get this top side control. They still have this A side control. Or if you're the side of the Swordsman, kills going in their favor now. 5v6. Hypothetical S&D here, 5v5. Only 1 life remaining for each team. No respawns after that. These teams both slowing down quite a bit. Bracky does get taken out, but still again, it's gonna come down to 1 team battle. Only 1 life advantage for the side of the Swordsman. G2 cannot throw his life here. And he does get the kill onto Jays.
Oh, man.
And now, a 4v2. Magic and Bracky. What can they find? A big kill onto Revo makes it a 2v3. An S&D round for both of these teams. It's going to come down to kills. 20 seconds, though. Now a 2v2. A big kill out of Bracky onto G2 on that point. Sack and Crump just have to play each other's backs in that top building and keep them off of that objective. But now they're gonna hop it. Bracky.
Oh my god.
I don't know, Bracky gonna be gonna ego chow that and get the kill. Now a 1v2 for Crump. Crump gets the kill, gets away with his life. Only 4 seconds left. He doesn't have to chow. That progress gonna go very slow. He just has to try and weaken him up, find this kill before the cap comes in. And I don't even know how to commentate. This is crazy.
Oh my god! Holy
Big kill
shit!
out of Crump for the 1v2.
My heart would have been racing. Holy shit! That was a round.
Kill. What a great round. These teams are so neck and neck. I mean, like I said, it does feel like Swordsmen were fighting off the back foot in those last 2 maps, but again, they were close. And now, like I said, we needed a map where they looked comfortable, they looked in control, and here they are, up 2-0 in the control, going into a defense here.
That is
actually,
about
they're
as
going
good
into
as
offense. I apologize.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was the defense. So going into the favorite offense, actually, I apologize.
That's about as good of a control round as you're gonna see. I mean, it does not get much better than that.
And Crump, a 14 and 15 start to the map. You gotta think, off the back of that, he might heat up here and start turning up for his team to try and close this map out.
But they can time you on offense too. Poison already top trips, just controlling, and gonna really put a slowdown on your map. Crump though up to a 5 before getting taken down. No tick found quite yet.
Good nade out of Poison to find that trade, knowing that gunfight was a tough one to win. Secures the kill anyways and keeps them off, keeps that clock rolling. 55 seconds left and no progress on either point for the side of the Swordsman so far. Crump though Gonna get here, finds 2, but gets traded out by Jays. They're gonna have to play a little closer together and wait for each other because no trade comes in right there. Trump has a great 2-piece, but maybe does it a little too quickly, not waiting for his team. And they're not gonna be able to win the trade battle, but now a little bit of progress onto this A site, but again, Zach gets taken off the point and they're back on the back foot. The Swordsmen, they're gonna have to find their way out of their spawn. They can't give up this offense so easily. Magic with some big kills, and now a 4-life lead for the side of the Goodboys. Poison is in your spawn. He's running around popping 2 pieces. Sack, though, shuts him down. Can they find their way out off the back of that? BJ says no. Bracky still trying to look for kills. The Goodboys are hunting, and they are finding all the kills right now. This round fully to the side of the Goodboys. The most dominant round for either team, I would say, but Trump maybe can find something. He finds 2, not able to find the 3rd, and nobody else close enough to touch the point. And I think maybe the Swordsmen getting a little overzealous there, maybe a little too excited and not waiting for each other, not having those team chows, those team fights, and not getting those trades in.
That's the last thing you want to see, because you want to close this team out. You don't want to let them just hang around. Exactly what they're letting them do right now, and see if we get a round 5 or 4 Swordsmen are going to get on the board.
And I mean, like, if that was a gritty round where the Goodboys ended up pulling it through, you would feel a little more confident if you're the Swordsmen, but I mean, wow, they just slammed them. So, the Swordsmen gonna have to try to do the same on this defense if they want to close this game out, because if not, that round 5 can go to anybody. Revo, Sack combining for 2 to open this one up, but G2 might get traded out. They want to try to maintain a life lead here. 30-27 so far, 30-26 off the start, and now kills still going in their favor, and they just have to keep this slaying up. Trade for trade would be effective for the rest of this round if they're able to find it. Bracky, though, finds a 2-piece to try to work out of their spawn. The Goodboys trying to find some map presence here. Bracky with a big 3 kills and Magic with the 4th, and now the entirety of the side of the Swordsman did get sent back to spawn, but number 2 sat. First one sent back to spawn. Actually, he's on 4 streak, so I guess he wasn't killed. He must have stayed out the whole time. I just saw 4 kills go down.
Yeah.
He does finally get taken out, though. And so, the Swordsmen give up a little bit of map control, but still with a 5-life lead. They're just going to have to play together and find the trades as well as they can here. Nothing too fancy needed to be done if you're the Swordsman. The Magic with a big kill.
Yeah, good shots. They're stacking out this site, and they're finding a couple kills. G2 trying to play that heady there. There's Poison.
Getting a little bit of damage. Poison, though, with a 2-piece. And now
Big
this life lead is cut down to 4. Cut down to 3 even. And the capture possibly coming in for the Goodboys on that A site. But no, it gets stopped last second. Poison's just going to have to run in. And he gets taken out. So, 20 seconds left. 17v10. Only 2 ticks. This is for the map. And now, maybe we have a series in the finals. 12 seconds. Goodboys fine.
They are not getting there in time. This is looking like it's going to be a 3-1 victory here for the 4 Swordsmen.
Yes, sir. And the Swordsmen, like I said, needed a commanding map, and there you have it, a 3-1 win. Only one round where they looked a little shaky, but immediately regained from that and had another dominant round right back to the side of the Swordsmen.
So we'll officially get a 6th map at least here, so we will we'll definitely be extending the graphic, and we'll just go ahead and reset the map since we are through 5 to the last 4 that we're going to have to see here. And Swordsman on the board.
Yeah, and the Swordsman, I mean, that was a good map out of them. Good for their confidence. They looked clean in the map. And now we're going to hop into a hard point once again. So if they can keep that heat up in the respawn and try to tie the series up here, we would be going into would the next map be a control or an S&D?
We're on hard point next. Would be on red card, and then we'll get red card search. So 2 red cards in a row.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it changed because of the best of 9 format. I was just making sure. So yeah, I mean, they tied up 2-2 here, and like I said, that search and destroy game mode is where you can shut down those star players for the side of the good boys. They did that in map 2, but weren't able to find the win. Can they do it again on that red card search? We're gonna have to see.
Yeah, and that's my question with the last 4 maps then. So it's going to go search and destroy for map 5. Then we're going to go, I guess, back to hardpoint, then search and destroy, then control, and then hardpoint for map 9. If we get to map 9, that's my only question.
Yeah, see, map 9 should be a search, so I think something has to flip in there. I feel like map 5 is actually, well, map 5 is, I think map 6 is a control again, maybe.
Yeah.
Is what it's supposed to be, but I don't know. We'll see what the players put it on, I guess. I'm not sure, actually.
All right. We are back in. Let me get this pinned real quick.
I'm going to start off with Revo on this red card. Revo, going to be hitting out this ticket. He needs to keep the pressure up in this hard point. He did a good job in that first hard point. 2 minutes on hill, 30 and 32 on the map, so pressure out of Revo. Can he keep that up for his team and try to shoot back against these Titans and the good boys?
Yeah, good start here from Good Boys here, but looking for the break now. Bracky with AR out looking over top. And as we showed from the maps before, we're going to get 2 red cards in a row, so we're going to be right back with it on Search and Destroy. And,
right now. Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, we'll just have to figure out the map set for the last 4 maps once we're there.
Yeah, for sure. But right now, I will say, spawning out for this P2 is the side of the Swordsmen. But again, that's the favorable side. If you're coming from that top bushes area, in that top stage area, have more lines of sight and more map control. So fighting off the back foot is the good boys, but finding 2 kills is Poison. 3 now for the side of the good boys off the back of Magic and Poison. And so, some control for them, but fighting through the front is the side of the Swordsman. Revo going to need to find 2, but not able to do it. And as I said, I mean, the good boys going to have to fight off the back foot here, but they're just winning all the gunfights. And now, that top side control going to go to them, and they're going to try and put these guys to the back side for the last 20 seconds, and they do. And now, all of these players from the Swordsmen have to make that trek all the way across the map for that P3.
I'm making the play here. Able to get through. He's going to have to at least find a kill here onto Magic. And Magic with the chow. That was nice. I mean, holding some empty time here, but they're able to hold off. Find G2 as well. Poor Swordsman going to have to try to find some sort of break here. Sack taken down.
And this hill here, I think, is definitely one of the biggest money hills on the map. It's either this or the stage hill, where you want to accrue most of your time. And it looks like the good boys are set up to get most of this here, but not if Sack has anything to say about it. He gets Magic out of the point with the trades, going in the favor of the good boys. But Sack, again, from the top side, finds 2. Not able to find them all, though. Needs some help on the objective. So the rest of this time looking good for the good boys. But as I say that, and I feel like I keep doing that, they slide in, get the kills if you're the side of the Swordsman. But not ideal for them, as the good boys gonna flip them toward that back spawn. And now, again, the Swordsman fighting off the back foot, gonna have to take a break towards the top side of the bushes.
And see how long we can hold off these players. Looking like they're trying to make the play through P2 with the 4 Swordsmen. Magic set up underneath the hill. Finds a kill as well, but he's the last one up. There's the break. Over 30 seconds left. This is a lot of time here 4 Swordsmen can gain to get themselves back into the game.
Yeah, If the Swordsmen hold all this time, we would be at around a 90 to 98 game.
My
but
God.
James back and forth, sack. Gonna be lone man left, but his team coming off spawn, gonna pick up his cuts, and they're gonna find the kills. 2 go down. Poison trying to fight back just a little. Gets a 2-piece sack.
God.
Not able to find the shots that he needed, but G2 gonna get a 2-piece of his own. 70 to 99 going into this P5. And on this P5, 3 kills very quickly for the Swordsmen. Can they start to accrue some time? This hill very mixy. Even if you do get that initial setup, it's very hard to hold. But G2 gonna try and make it easier for his team in that hill, keeping these players from the other team all the way pushed out, fighting them in that Eskies area. But kills going down in favor of the Goodboys on the time. So now G2 and the boys from the Swordsmen gonna have to fight out of this bottom area, this bottom steps from the side of the Eskies, I'm sorry. Forgot what to call it, but Revo with a big kill. Can he find the second on the time? Trades back and forth, 2 kills in favor of the Goodboys, trying to extend their lead going into this second rotation.
They just kind of soak out some time there. He gets taken down. Zach's had himself a nice map so far. Not out of this game at all as a swordsman, but definitely in control is the Goodboys so far, especially at the spawns.
Yeah, and so far slaying very even. Only about a 25-point lead, but they are extending it here on this P1. So the Swordsmen are going to have to find some trades, and they do just that, but the time still in the favor of the Goodboys until they hop out of it to try to find the rest of these kills. Revo does get taken out. Still trying to fight for this ticket control, just slides on the time, gets 1, can he find the second? He does. Poison shooting at him from that outer area. Magic no find the finish. Zach, as we said, having a big map here for his team, and now set up on P1, a little bit of map control. Finally the Gizmo Goodboys on the back foot in this map, and the Swordsmen try to chain this into a P2.
Bringing it definitely right back. The kills are lighting up blue for a second here. Now within about 20 points, definitely doing some good work. They do have P2 set up here. So some huge time. G2 maybe can make the play here. No, gets taken down by Magic.
Back with a big kill through the backside. 3 now dead for the side of the Goodboys. Full control of this P2. And now, as I said, I mean, these swordsmen were down big, but if they can hold the rest of this time, they'll find themselves at a pretty comfortable lead. 3 kills going in their favor. Poison trying to mitigate the damage, but he's not able to, and now flipped into these back spawns is the Goodboys fighting off the back foot.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do our last set of listens here on this map 4, and we'll go over to the 4th Swordsman.
Alright.
It's funny.
Two mid.
Help you. I got one the bullet. One's also in
Hey, they're already gonna be in the back.
Take it, poison.
They're already gonna be in the back.
Rotating.
bullet. Backing up.
I spawn out.
Hey, Poison's gonna be nil. Poison is going to be nil.
Yeah, Rocky on in time already in the stack.
Probably upstairs.
Mid, P1, I can get this guy P1.
Rocky on me in the back. Rocky on me in the back. A bullet in the back.
There's
A bullet in the back.
Upstairs.
They're spawning back there. They're spawning back. They're back right.
Poison steps.
Done in
Poison one on time. I think Poison one on time. I don't know. Let's double this guy's steps.
One's outer.
Flanking.
Poison top steps. Poison there. Nice. It's 4, that's 4.
Hold your step.
There's one back there.
Last one.
Splits.
Yeah, front.
Go on your head.
You guys, one bullet front time. Going louder.
Fine, I'll spawn. Do not spawn them, bro. Get out of there. Nice.
I got 2.
Fucking yeah.
Got you. We gotta push up through mid. Let's get mid edges.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get through their shit all the way real quick.
I'm waiting for you. Let's wait for you. One's mid doors right now. One's mid doors on P1.
Alright, and then I'm not even gonna share my screen, but definitely some good cobs. I just want to go right back. Let's go to the other side now and hear how they're looking before it's too late. Go to the Goodboys.
Yeah.
Crowd, dead. One more, crowd. 3. That's your front. He stopped.
You got enough time?
Top time.
One's top, one's Tucker.
That's one more front. Go front. That, okay, I'm in mid. Go sub.
No,
I'll take go sub. I'll take go sub. Yeah, that's huge crap. That's huge crap.
Behind you.
Okay, 3-0, 3-0. Yeah, working here, working here. Do go subs one time. Going on. Working on left. One. 33 now. Yeah, then one more ticket, one more ticket. That 3, that 3, that 3. 3. Push up here.
Crumb's dead.
I'm over here front. April ticket, one ticket.
Oh, behind. G2.
One front here.
Oh no, he's at her.
Had her now, had her in top rappers. Hold on, I am. One base in the, 2 dead,
He's
1
close.
dead.
He's close. 1 point.
Dead, 1 dead. I'm punching him quick, hold on.
Alright.
Again, a little bit of slow comms out of the good boys. Might have to pick it up if they want to find themselves back in this map. 212 to 168 lead for the Swordsmen, and after a 2-0 lead in the series, you think the good boys might run away with it. The Swordsmen are right back here. A 2-piece for Crump actually. 3 dead for the good boys, and now map control towards this P1 into this third rotation. And now, actually, game control to the side of the Swordsmen. Feels like they have the upper hand in this one.
Yeah, and look at this. I mean, this is just a sack takeover map. From a tier 3, that's I mean, a great map. He's a minute and a half on time, up to 33 and 19 now. I mean, just doing everything here. But Poison at least able to hold back for 2.
And if we're going to talk about it, I mean, people complain about the format, right? About how the picks go down, but when you think about it, you look at a player like Sack picked late in the 3rd round. Many players could have had him early, chose not to pick him up, and look at what he's doing for the side of the good boys in the finals. Big map. I mean, I'm sorry, not the good boys, but the Swordsmen.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we've seen it with a few players, but now, you know, some of the people know. Some of these players need to go a bit earlier.
Yeah.
But, I mean, 10 seconds away from victory here is the Swordsman, and they're finding all of the kills. Sack, 38 and 19. Almost 2 minutes on Hill, and that's going to be the map. 250 to 190. And tied up 2 to 2.
Your tier 3 playing like that, you just got to be happy with that performance. I mean, the Swordsman right back in this series, and a convincing map win as well. I mean, that it was close through that first rotation. And it looked like the good boys maybe even had a handle on it, but then through that second one, the Swordsman slowly crept along and took that lead and just ran away with it.
Yeah, definitely. But, no, I mean, we're definitely going to get a very close set here, so we're going to see at least a map 7 now, and everybody just about dropping 30 in that lobby. And that was other than a couple players, but still.
Red Card, one of the mixiest maps you can play. I mean, you think of it as a slow-paced AR, you know, methodical type map, long angles, but really, I mean, the way the spawns work, it turns into a mix fest on a few of those hills. Being that P2, everybody spawning directly behind the hill, everybody spawning right in that mid-map on that front stage. So gunfights going down constantly. You go to that P4, same thing. Just people spawning in the back eskies, people spawning right out front, and just the gunfights, trades back and forth, leads to high engagement gameplay.
And we are going to go back to Red Card for the map 5 here, and then we'll go ahead and reset the maps to the last 4 once we're through with this map 5. But
yeah, we're just going to have to figure out what game mode. Yeah.
I do want to pull the stats real quick. So we got boy G2 been absolutely fragging this major, up almost to a 1.3 or better in every game mode. So this team, as we've seen, Oh shit. Tiger. Tiger. But here, real quick, I got poisons as well. We've obviously seen poisons a few times, but I'll leave it up to see for just a few seconds, and then we're getting right into map 5.
You can never compare it to Poison. Usually, top KD in the league every split.
Yeah, and it is quite insane to see a 1.8. Looks like we're getting a restart, but a 1.8 plus in just about every game mode. That's where we're at with Poison. And we are getting a restart. Maybe a lag out, I'm not sure. We accidentally started.
And it's rare you have a player that's that consistent across the game modes as well, though.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it really is quite crazy to see. But I mean, still, we got a 2-2 series here, first to 5, and it's definitely getting mixy here.
And we're gonna have to see if in this next search and destroy here on this red card, if Poison can kind of bounce back. That first search and destroy had a slow one, but on the split, a 1.82 as you saw on that scorecard. So now look at him to try to turn up and take the series lead back for his team. You don't expect that the Goodboys are a team that need to win S&Ds, but this one here, a very important one.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. But I mean, I guess at least looking at the maps, so map 6 will be Hasi Hardpoint. Map 7 would be Proto Search, I guess. And then map 8 would then mean it's Rewind Hardpoint or Search and Destroy. That's, yeah.
There's got to be another control. I feel like map 6 is supposed to be a control.
Control, maybe, yeah.
Let me... CDL plays best of 9 in finals, don't they?
I'm not sure actually right now. I thought it was maybe best of 7 they did.
Maybe it's just champs finals. Let me see.
Yeah, I think maybe just champs finals is best of 9.
Yes, so map 6 is a control, map 7 is an S&D, map 8 is a hard point, and map 9 is an S&D.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if the teams know that. They should. I feel like Poison would be one to know that.
Yeah.
But I was correct when I said map 6 is a control.
These logos.
Starting off with Poison on this search, as I said. I want to pick it up from that map too, even though they did win that one. They're now on the back foot after 2 straight maps from the Swordsmen, so he's going to have to pick it up here and try to help his team fight back into this series as their tier 1, as the star player.
You're going to need it here. No first blood yet. A lot of shots down. Number 7, Crump right here, trying to get some information as well. And just nothing being found.
Yeah, both of these teams very timid in these finals. Oh my god! Peppo looks right by Poison. Doesn't check his corners. I don't know how he didn't see his shoulder.
Wow.
Maybe a little bit dark in the elevator, but trades. Gonna go towards the side of the Swordsman, G2. Big kill on the Jays through the backside, and so now Bracky makes it a 1v1 actually, but not going to be time for the side of the Swordsman to find that defuse. Bracky able to clutch it up. And it was a 1v2, but that bomb playing in his favor, both of those players just having to sprint towards it.
Definitely a good effort there from 4 Swordsmen, but yeah, Gizmo's Goodboys pulled out.
And that's exactly what you want if you're the good boys.
So
First
sorry,
round.
What are the last
I'm sorry?
four?
Last
Posse
four.
control next map.
Oh, let me look.
I guess I
Okay.
could just put like
Oh, I
a.
don't have it. Yeah, because I'm watching the game on Discord, so I can't pull it up on Discord.
Oh, good. I'm about to just I don't know, put a text thing over the wrong game mode. We'll figure it out. Revo gonna get the
Okay.
bomb down though. 2v3 here for good boys. Rocky not quite able to find anything. All up to Jace here. 1v3. Bomb is down for Swordsman. Jace finds one. Doesn't get out with his life though.
Oh, 1-1 game. Both teams trading rounds.
Tying it back up.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that we know the right maps. So are we gonna, if the teams, I don't know how the teams did the vetoes. If they did the vetoes for a correct best of 9 series, that should be fine, right? But if they didn't, and they expect that next map is, let's say, a hard point,
Hard
then
point, yeah. I guess we'll see what they load up.
might-
I mean, they'll probably have,
Yeah.
they might have the same question.
yeah. Maybe after this map, I can go and talk to them.
Let's see what they do. They'll figure something out. But Crump and Revo finding the first two. All of the magic just about instantly. It's looking like a 2-1 lead.
The Swordsmen storming back in this series. Playing very confident there, just running at them. And that's not usually what you see. People usually run away from poison.
Yeah.
So,
Cracking them all down instantly.
L3 start from Magic. Like we said, the X Factor, he's going to have to step it up here if his team wants to try and stay in this series. A three map straight for the Swordsman. Feels kind of ominous if you are the good boys. Especially when you have players so far dropping a donut in the map. Need to play with a little bit more confidence. Revo, again, not checking his corner, and again getting shot to the side to be taken out.
Very tough there.
3v3. Traded back on to Bracky. G2. Maybe gets a little overzealous. Through the top side of the stage with Trump with the trade. 2v2. Sack gets control of the top hedges area. Gonna try and help his team find these kills. He's actually just gonna play pretty aggressively. Try to get through the backside. Maybe try to get behind this guy in the top window. So it's gonna be a 1v1 on both sides. But Poison gonna win the one on to Crump. Sack. Maybe playing a little too slow here. Through this top side. Bomb is down and he's not anywhere near it. Both of these players gonna know where it's gonna be at as well. They just have to play corners together. Both hard kills on the map in Poison and Magic. Only 6 seconds left, and I'm not sure Scrap or Sack, I mean, gonna be able to find both. He finds one though. The other one's not gonna chow. They smartly split up, give the round, and win the round.
Tied back up, 2-2. Big map here, big swing map.
Yeah, and I mean, still these teams neck and neck. I mean, the only two maps that you can say were a little bit lopsided were actually the last two. But again, I mean, that one round could have gone in the opposite direction, and we would have seen a round 5 in that map 3 control. So that 1v1 out of Crump was really huge in that map.
That was, most definitely. That is a good point.
Trades
finding one.
going down. Sack got the first blood, but not able to get away with his life.
Jace playing
And
patient as well.
I actually believe that usually it's better for the offense as players diminish, it just leaves more gaps in the defense. They have more angles to check. Only 3 players, and if these players on offense make a play together and make it confidently, they can find the gap a lot more easily.
Yeah, most definitely here. Looks like they're going to wrap back the B, and that's actually the setup here for Swordsman. Revo ready to go here.
It's going to be a grade A bang out. Like I said, this map,
Revo!
dude, Revo gets the 2-piece. Maybe needs to put on some glasses because that's the 3rd time he's not going to spot a player. And I think actually his 3rd death of the map as well. So
That is tough. But finds 2.
Yeah, the 2-piece still secures his team the round, so can't be too hard on him.
But he did, yeah, he had that 3rd one right there in front of him. But Swordsman take the lead. Yeah. Swordsman take the lead here.
And I did say Revo is the one to run at you in chow, and it does sometimes cost him in a search. Does find the 2-piece, but then starts to run instantly. And just doesn't find the 3rd.
Let's see if somebody can work out an offense here now. Somebody's got to break up in the lead.
Aggressive play out of G2, but he gets spotted out, so now he's going to have to try to find a way to play his life. Revo, though, first blood and bomb going down. 3v4 for the side of the Good Boys, in danger of going down 4-2 on the map, and now losing the series lead. And Poison not going to check his corners. Crump with a 2-piece on the Hidden Magic. Bracky last alive, and they spot him out. A 1v4. Only 20 seconds to work with until that bomb is no longer defusable, so Bracky, what can he do? But he can't do anything, is the answer. Question answered before I can even ask it. 4-2 lead for the Swordsman.
This is a huge round. 5-2 or 4-3.
Zach playing very confidently as their tier 3.
He's loving himself some red card.
This round might actually be worth 2 if you think about it. I mean, it either turns into a 3-round lead or only a 1-round lead. So very big round in this map 5.
It's like an early A play here in for both teams. They're going to meet up here at Hedges. Trophy down, and Zach finding some information here, and actually look at that. Poison able to get through here. But gets traded out by Crump. Good look over by Crump there.
10 and 2 on the map. I mean, he is a human turret with that AR, just holding down the lanes, keeping his team in control of this map. And now another 1v4 for Bracky, his 2nd in recent memory. Only 4 and 5 now, and you gotta think these tier 1s and tier 2s in Bracky and Poison on the side. I guess, you know, there's no tiers, so I guess you'd say captain and first pick on the side of the Good Boys. Both not having the best map.
No.
So you gotta, that might be the factor. And like I said, this is the game mode you can shut down those star players.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Have, you know, being somebody that, you know, you've definitely been around competitive Call of Duty for a while. It started out really hot for the Good Boys, but 4 Swordsmen have just kind of reigned over these last couple maps. Is there anything that you see that's really came into that, whether it's on the Good Boys side or the 4 Swordsmen side?
I think a big thing is that Crump started shooting back. I think in those first few maps, not that he was playing bad. Obviously, he wasn't, you know, bottom of his team in any of those situations, but he also wasn't popping off like we're normally seeing him do. Like on this map, a 6 KD, 12 and 2 on a 5 streak, trying to look for a Hellstorm, but he might just find the win before he can even find that. Done to open the door. They're not going to know that Poison is in this spot. Poison in a very good spot to find a kill. These players so close, but haven't spotted each other just yet. Everybody checking corners. Can a gunfight go down? Finally they do. Poison strikes. And he gets taken out, but not before finding 2. Revo, along with Sack, trying to find this round. try and find this map, a 1v1 for the map, but very far out of the play is VJ's.
Boy.
Not really sure why. But it's going to lead to a good timing, and he's going to find the kill. So, can't be too hard on the kid. Does close out the round, but maybe should have been there for the trades. Happens a little bit sooner, a little bit more comfortably. But either way, so Sack with the snap almost wins it.
Almost ending this map, but yeah, VJ is keeping it alive. So only 3 more rounds needed for Goodboys. Definitely doable here, but they're gonna need to be perfect.
Like I said, you want those tier 1s and tier 2s to start to pop off. Bracky and Poison both get a kill in that round. Poison with the 2-piece. So if those two can start to heat up here, it may bode well. And this map may not be over just yet. It's just round by round. 3 more needed for the side of the Goodboys to try and take the lead back in this series.
Giving up the B site is 4 Swordsmen, so Poison and Gizmo and Goodboys are in, but getting aggressive now, not finding anything. There's the first.
With a big trade on the Poison.
Yeah.
Zach, can he spot the legs of the bomb planter? He doesn't. That would have been huge, but he does find the trade. Now a 2v2. He's going to get chased down. Has to know that that player's going to be there. But both of them lose the gunfights on either end, and the Goodboys slowly creeping back into this one.
This is a huge, huge map, and they are definitely playing like it.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're looking at the side of the Swordsmen, you gotta settle down here. You can't get too nervous. I know you were up 5-2, and now it's 5-4. Feels a little uncomfortable, but the Goodboys are not a team that you can throw maps away. You have to close out the maps that you're ahead in, and so they have to close this one out if they want to try to win this series.
Gonna have to here, and see what the play is here from Magic. He was able to find 2 that last round, so definitely much needed there for them.
An A hard counter out of the side of the Goodboys. They're gonna expect the Swordsmen to come this way. What can they find? Looks like stage control to the side of the Swordsman. Number 2 sitting under it, trying to play spoiler. And now Poison does get taken out, but 3 kills towards the side of the Goodboys. Leaves Crump in a 1v situation, 1v3. Can he find the first kill? He can't. And now we may be seeing a round 11.
Wow, I can't believe that just happened.
And
Looks
I'm
like
just
a
gonna
good
go
setup.
ahead and say it. Like, if the Swordsmen win this map, either team can win this series. I feel like if Gizmo comes back and wins this map, this series is over.
They're winning it, yeah.
And now, Crump gets shots on 2 players, but too little too late. Just not able to find it. So her round 11 we go. Nerves have to be hitting both teams right about now.
Let's see what the play is here. Gizmo's Goodboys have gotten themselves here, and they have all the momentum right now. Let's see if they can close it out, or if it's going to be 4 Swordsmen rallying back.
And the Swordsmen do end up on defense. Maybe a little bit more comfortable of a position for them to play here. I do think that either side is... I think the sides are pretty fair, is what I'm trying to say, on this map. Sometimes those B-bang outs can be pretty effective, but it doesn't look like the Goodboys are going to do that here. Sack in a position to get a big kill. Can he find it? Sack gets blooded. Could have had bomb down. G2 also getting taken out by Bracky. 2v4, Revo and Crump. What can they find? Revo up the ladder. Can he find the first? Now only a 2v3. He has to play his life though. Can't get taken out. And Crump not going to spot the first one here, so he's not going to be able to find any kills. Revo now in a 1v3 for the map and series lead, but Goodboys storming back into this one, stealing the momentum from under the feet of the Swordsmen.
Wow. Yeah, 4 straight from the Goodboys. They open up their lead. 3-2 now in the series, and Get these last 4 maps figured out here.
Yeah,
I'm
let
gonna
me
get
go
them set
ahead.
real quick.
I'm gonna go talk to I'm gonna go talk to them and see what they plan.
Alright. Alright, but that's going to be the first 5. We're going to take these off and we're going to go and reset them to the new maps live here right now. So you guys are going to have to sit here and watch this. There's only 4 more maps, so we're going to go ahead and just take that one off there.
Okay, so we did get confirmation the next map is going to be Control. It's going to be just like they do Champs Finals. They did the vetoes in that fashion. So we are good. It's going to be Control S&D, Hardpoint S&D for these final 4 maps.
Okay, let me get the map set real quick, and then I'll get everything on that, on the, at least the game mode set.
YOLO key, I was thinking for the graphics, since they went 2 and 2 in those first 4 maps, you could honestly just put the 5th map as the first one.
The 5th map is the first one?
Yeah, like that red card they just played.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Got it. Let me...
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you figure that out.
So just do red card as the first one?
Yeah, like the red card S&D and then go from there.
Okay.
Since they went even in the first 4, it kind of works out.
Yeah. Six to 5. It's just gonna show the wrong game mode. That's the only problem.
Yeah, because the back 3 aren't S&D hardpoint S&D.
Yeah, we're good. This will be Aussie.
Do you want me to go tell the teams to take a second?
I mean, I'll just need like a couple minutes, if anything. I mean, it's definitely not going to look the best, but
okay,
we're just gonna have to work with it.
Okay.
See, proto. It's gonna be a proto search, I believe. Then rewind and then dealership. Right. Yeah. We're getting there, guys. I don't even know how this will work. I don't even think it really will. I mean, I'm not gonna worry about doing all that. Not even worth it. Because I can't even really necessarily move those around. That's the problem. It's not showing the right game mode. But we got 4 maps left. So what is it, the last 4 maps?
Oh, let me go ahead and read them off to you. I was just looking at
Hasi
them
and
for the teams.
yeah, Hasi control then for map 6.
Yes. So Hasi control, then protocol search, then rewind hardpoint, and then dealership search.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully everybody understands that, but we're at 3-2 now.
Do you have the squares at the top? Oh. Do you have that in the map?
I have that, but it's only for 5 maps, so it would be way too hard to do it right now for 9 maps.
Oh, I feel you. My bad.
Nah, you're good. I can't take the hard point off the screen, Lois.
Can you just do like a black square over the hard point or not?
Yeah, I should do that.
What I was thinking you could have done is instead of making that first one red card search, is you could have made that the control and then just blocked off map 3. So then you'd have the 4 maps. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because then search, hardpoint search, map 2, map 4, and map 5 on the graphic would be correct. So all you would have to cover is the first map.
We'll just
make that the control. But I don't know if it's too
I'm
complicated.
just gonna go ahead and just add the black rectangle, and then I can type over it if anything.
Okay.
Oh my god, this one is definitely not. Hold on. Like, look at this one that I have on here. This is insane.
It's on the delay.
Do that. You're gonna get weak. Good. Hasi. And then the other 3 will need to be updated. I mean, look.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking Polaroid picture, or not Polaroid. Or is that a Polaroid?
It might be at this
printed
point.
pictures, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, it'll work. Should I just do it all the way across? Might as well. Yeah. Looks so bad.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me edit that one. All right. I guess that's as good as it's gonna look. Yeah, we're good. We are good.
We gonna start?
Are we good to go?
What's going on, bro? Like, people got shit to do here.
We're waiting for them to make the they're fixing the stream.
Oh, we're good.
Sorry.
We're good.
The graphics. Oh, we're good.
Alright, so last control here, then it's going to be search, and then hard point, and then search if we get to map 9. Jay's playing slow here so far. Through well side, Revo finding 2. Make it 3. It's going to be a 4 down situation. Revo's got his way all the way pushed up. And then just about through P2. P2 finding 1 as well. Crump getting some good information onto a couple players over here at P2 also. And really no progress found so far for the good boys. And looks like we're getting a restart.
And it looks like I was late, but it didn't matter.
Did not matter. Getting a restart.
The team's so generous and kind for stopping it all on account of me. They probably had the stream up and they said they didn't hear Sketchy's liquid voice caressing their ears. And just kidding.
No, but I mean, we'll see what we get on this control, but you're talking about that last map. Talk about this map. This is a big map as well.
Yeah, I mean,
it goes to 5.
Throwing back, getting thrown back into a respawn after such a deflating loss such as that is definitely going to be tough to bounce back. But I will say there are some holes in the game of the Gizmo's Good Boys on that Hacienda early split before things occurred that we won't speak of. We played them and that was the only map we were able to take was that Hacienda.
Yeah, and we'll see how it pans out here. But map 6, you're gonna get on board here.
This game mode, this map and mode combination, definitely a bit of hide and seek. If you're playing it, just kind of trying to find players, and then on the other side trying to get kills and get lost. Like that's pretty much what you want to do: get kills, get in their spawn, and make them worry about you. Keep shooting them in the side, and just essentially, like I said, play hide and seek.
Yeah, most definitely. And we are, at least back now. Looks like we got a reset there, and same sort of break off here for Gizmo's Good Boys. Let's see if they can find the kills. Finding the first one. Bracky. Revo's still shooting there, going for 2. He does get traded out. And all of the kills now coming in for the Good Boys off this restart. Poison doing some work through top plat as well.
Yeah, and this top plat control is super important. This stack is always important when you're talking about control, but this is the one situation where rather than all 4 players stacking, you have to leave that 1 player top plat to keep those players at bay. But Poison gonna give it up last second, maybe. Now, without that plat control, they're gonna get broken here. And his teammates did lose the gunfights on time, making him have to give that plat control up, and that setup just crumbled from there.
Yeah, and they're able to get 2 ticks at least, but defense is holding up right now. 4G2 does get taken down there by Bracky. Poison now trying to make his own play here on the B side. Not anything there.
Didn't even notice the map, or the start he was having to the map. Maybe doing it all for those 2 ticks. Slow progress at A, not sure if they were immediately aware. The Swordsmen do end up finding the kill. Not before, oh actually, no, they did stop it before the tick came in. A good stop out of the side of the Swordsman to keep that tick off, but the B site gonna be taken by the side of the Goodboys. So the Swordsman still have this A objective. It is the harder to capture, which is uncommon when you think of control. Usually it's that B site deeper in the map that's harder to capture, but this A site just has so many angles that you can get taken out from, such as that. VJ's not ready for the gunfight. Gotta watch so many angles on that point. G2 on a tear, on a 6 streak. Started off 1-3, now up to 8-3.
Bringing the lives right back. It was about a 7 live difference. Now down to 2.
And the Swordsman should know that all of these players are going to spawn towards that backside and towards that well side of the map. That rock side control out of G2 secured that side of the map and forced those spawns back well. But they weren't immediately aware, so the Goodboys have a lane to work up, all going up this well side and up this top U area. These players are just going to come straight through and hop onto A. Maybe a little too quickly, maybe should have tried to play for more map control before they hopped onto that point. But actually, I didn't notice the lives were very much in their favor, so they just wanted to get into those gunfights and win the trades. So I take back my previous statement about the play.
Yeah, I mean, they had a chance there, got it down to 10v8, but from there it was just all good boys. Too sweet, thrifty, too sweet. This is not necessarily invite only. We have signups at the start before the starting of the split, so you can most definitely sign up for next split.
Yeah,
What?
we had a lot of people signing up for last split, and it looks like we're gonna get some of those people that weren't able to get in last split in this split, with some players dropping out, not being reliable. So we're gonna have to find some more players to fit into the league. We're always looking for more talent, especially.
Most definitely. And looks like Crumb picks up the first blood there. G2 with another. Playing slowly, but playing towards A site. Never now bottom. In Winery, just waiting it out, trying to find another kill. Not much coming in now for the Swordsman.
Maybe should have played his life a little bit better. Once those kills went in favor of the Goodboys, Revo should have known he needed to get towards their spawn and just be a nuisance, but instead gonna try to hop that time and not gonna be able to find the gunfight win. So now a B push out of the Swordsman. Crump with 2, but he gets traded out by Bracky.
Trying to get that A play in, the B play.
Yep, and a little bit of site control out of Poison. I mean, out of Revo and G2, but Poison comes in and shuts that down immediately. Alongside Bracky, combining for all 4 kills, and all 4 of these players gonna have to come off spawn.
He's trying as hard as he can to get out of the map. He can't. Oh, God.
I just don't even try those plays, because that's exactly what would happen to me. That's exactly why I've never hopped out of the map.
Yeah, that is a tough one there. Thrifty, too sweet. Message FT_COD League on Twitter and they can get you all set. Same as the Twitch channel. Just on X or Twitter. Poison 19-9 so far. G2 looking for the trade, able to find it. Goes for 2 and Crump with another in the meantime. Trying to finally get that stack in on the A site. Or on the B site, sorry. I keep calling it B or A.
And again, I mean, like, 14 seconds left, and now gonna get the B capture is the Swordsman, up in lives by 3 as well. And G2 shots to the body of Bracky. Poison, though, finds 2, and maybe a little too excited, a little too early. They're gonna have to fight out of their spawn now if they want to capture this A zone. Up 2 lives, that can dwindle very quickly. Fortunately, Crump doesn't want that to happen, so he finds the kill on the Poison. Magic does trade him out, though. Still, trades going down, 7v9 if you are the Goodboys, but the Goodboys able to just kind of play that hide and seek like I was talking about. Sit corners, wait for them to make the play, wait for the Swordsman to make the mistake. But Jay's getting shot in the side, maybe expecting his teammates to be watching that mid hall, but Magic kind of in an awkward position. Not sure if it's the best, but he does get the kill. Now a 6v7. Sacco finding the trade back. Wow, makes it a 5v5 off the back of Poison and Bracky. Revo and Sack off respawn. Crump and G2. What can they find? Crump, one on to Magic. These players gonna have to play together here. Try and get these kills. 2 go down for them very quickly, and now left in a 2v4. Magic and Bracky, what can they find? And it's nothing. And so a big round out of the Swordsmen to fight back in this map. Don't want to go down 4-2 in the series.
Not at all. Backs against the wall.
And I mean, if we go 3-3 in this series here, I mean, wow. That would be crazy. This is such a good series so far. Even if the Gizmo, or even if the Goodboys take this lead 4-2, I mean, it's still been a barn burner of a series. Back and forth for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. It's been definitely exactly what I expected here in the grand finals. I was thinking we were going to see a close one, and we're getting just that. So, D2, aggressive, right up through the middle. Nobody's going to catch him there. Secret should be able to find at least one. Turns his back.
The big 2-piece, but yeah, that slip through. Maybe going to be costly. They find the kill on the Crump, though. G2 gets one on the Poison, keeping them in their spawn. Magic, can he get this kill? No. So Revo sending them back to spawn as well, and if they can just get lost and keep these players tortured in their back spawn, it's hard for this team in the Goodboys to even make a play on the map or even pick a site to even play for it because they're just having to fight their way out of their spawn. But now, all the kills go in their favor, and they have a little bit of semblance of map control, and they're hopping on that B objective. And another kill in favor of the Goodboys out of BJ's, looking towards that back spawn. Aggressively challenging as well, just knowing that that player's going to be there and not scared of a gunfight. And that's their tier 4 that we're talking about.
Yeah, really. And D2 trying to make some heroics happen, finding 2, but that's going to be almost the extra minute in. No, not quite yet. Revo and Sack holding off.
There's the kills out of Revo and Sack. Even lives here as well, so a little bit of a reset on the round, kind of. If you think about it, 30 seconds left. Little semblance of control, trades going back and forth. Like I said, a little bit of a reset here because the Goodboys can have to fight off the back foot. They no longer have the upper hand. Poison, though, finds a 2-piece to try and get his team some of that map control back. 20 seconds left on the round and nothing to show for it except for 2 ticks for the Goodboys.
Still looking for that extra minute in, but they just cannot get there with it. Magic trying to give some help for his teammate on A. Like Bracky gets taken down as well.
You have Magic having a better map here, but you need Bracky to step it up as that first pick. You gotta look at him, try and turn up alongside Poison and get help in some of the slaying.
Able to stop this clock for long enough. G2 trying to make the play, diving down, and yeah, only 2 ticks found. That's going to be the round for 4 Swordsmen. They go up 2-1.
The Swordsmen are looking pretty good in the respawns. I mean, when you think about this Gizmo's team, I mean, Bracky, you would say his speciality is probably going to be search and destroy, but when you look at the other 3, they're definitely respawn demons, and so you just expect them to come out a little hotter in these respawns, but so far, 2 maps of theirs in the series out of the 5 coming from those search and destroys. And they do say search and destroy wins championships. There's 2 of them in the back half of this series. But how deep is the search and destroy pool of the Goodboys?
You shall see here. D2 with the masterclass map here.
2 kills very early in the round, and if they can find the 3rd here, they can get this stack here in one of these zones. It looks like they're going to elect to do a 2-2. Both of these zones going to go kind of quickly, but if they lose any gunfights, the play might amount to nothing. Revo, though, with the first blood on the Bracky. Another wave out of the side of the Swordsman. This map might actually end very quickly unless they're able to win a gunfight on one of these sites. These players from the Goodboys may be panicking just a bit, not able to find a contest on either of these sites, but finally they stop the progress on B. Can they stop the progress on A? They can't. Can the cap come in and extend this time? Bracky says no, so finally a little bit of a reset for the Goodboys, but still progress going on to both zones. Once again, the pressure relentless from the side of the
God,
Swordsmen.
that's it.
Playing with confidence. I mean, that round was very quick. And that 2-2 stack, a dangerous play. But the map count, Melty Boys, if you're asking, is now 3-3 in the series.
3-3.
That was a very quick round out of the Swordsmen. I mean, everybody just did their job, exactly what they needed to do, but then that 2-2 play, super dangerous, just didn't lose any gunfight. Like, all of their gunfights, that was just a talent diff right there. And you don't expect to say that when you look at these two rosters, that the Swordsmen are going to talent diff them in a map like that, a super important one, to either go up 4-2 or tie the series up. And, I mean, they just win all of those gunfights. I would just have loved, I mean, the gunfights that we saw on the B objective were crazy. I assume those ones on the A objective were even crazier. I would have loved to see how they won some of those in Revo, and I think it was Magic who was on that A objective with him. I mean, not Magic, I apologize, but G2. I don't know why I said Magic. He got the kill on the Magic, that's why I said that.
They were killing it there. I mean, killing it there.
Yeah. That was a clinical round.
Map 7.
Yeah. Are we going to get a best of 9 Neslo from the Goodboys?
Could be insane to see, but here we go. B-play most definitely being attempted here by Gizmo. Sack pushing his way right up, does not quite check, and Magic gets the free kill.
Yeah, and I highlighted Poison in those last two S&Ds. I'm going to highlight him again because, again, he kind of had a slow S&D in the last one. It ended up very close and they ended up closing it out. But I do think he might pop off when it comes to this protocol. I mean, you know, there's a lot of mixy gunfights in that bottom A objective. So Poison might be able to cause might be able to pop off on this map.
Hey, well, they're going to take the lead here. And once you let Poison get through your spawn, what she did through that sidewalk there, it's just about GG's from there.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like he got back there and got 3. He just got back there, made them worry, made them turn around. They couldn't hold any of the lanes that they're supposed to, and the rest of his teams gets pushed up and gets all the kills for him.
Yeah, definitely. And Bracky did find 2 there, so that's what really set the round up after that. But they're going to be looking to fly out through P2 as 4 Swordsmen. Bracky getting players.
Oh
my God!
Be fine. Only the first, but VJ's with a second. So 3v2. And I think Bracky might have expected the Swordsman to plant quickly, but they're gonna call a quick audible, but they do get spotted out. Information had by the side of the Swordsman.
This is tough. Oh, the Freddy spot. Only finds 1!
Oh my gosh, only finds 1, makes it a 1v1, and gets out with his life is Crump. Very big gunfight win out of Crump, nearly the lineup.
Oh my
and he
God!
finds the second!
Crump.
Perfect shots, not one missed.
Wow.
4 and 1 star out of Crump.
Tying it up 1-1. Yeah, big trade there from Crump. And able to find the final kill as well.
So, Crump and Bracky going back and forth, both the first picks of their team. Big nade out of VJs. It actually seems that VJs in these SMDs finds a lot of those first blood nades.
Yeah.
Seems like he did his homework on those nade spots. Just wanted to highlight that because he is the tier 4, right? But that's some nerdy spots. He's hitting those nades cross map, getting those first bloods. He got G2 a couple times on that rewind, and again he found one there.
Yeah, no, there, Magic was able to find 2 as well. That was just a clean round there for the good boys. They just did what they needed to do, and onward now with the 2-1 lead. But
So again, I mean, Search and Destroy kind of favored by the good boys. I mean, that map 5 didn't look to be in their favor, but they pulled it out, and now this one they just look comfortable. Although it's only a 2-1 lead. Again, like I said, they feel comfortable on the map. A quick B plant out of the Swordsman.
yeah, 4v4 retake now. Magic able to work his way to the back. Crump with the first blood on the poison. This is a tough break here. Not quite able to find anything.
Maybe one bullet away from finding that kill, but Revo finds 2 for the Swordsman, and now a 1v3 for Magic. And he's not going to find anything. Tied up here in the search.
2-2.
And as I said, it felt like the good boys were in control of the map. They get rammed down. Very following round. And I think the Swordsmen just have to keep playing with that level of confidence.
Yeah, most definitely. They have to, and they're able to effectively fly right through and get on to B. Information was gained, but by the time they got to B, it was already too late.
I also want to highlight here 2 players goose for the side of the Swordsman. 0-4 for Sack, 0-3 for G2. You gotta think, if both of them start to get involved in this map, they might can run away with a lead here. What can Sack find? 2 are gonna run right under him, and like I said, he's gotta get involved, finds a 2-piece. Crump does get taken out though. So a 3v2 for the side of the Swordsman. An advantage in the round. Trying to take an advantage in the game. Sack! I highlighted the 0-4 start, and he immediately goes on a 3 streak. I love that out of the kid.
That was nasty, that third kill.
Yeah, a snapper. Magic. Left all alone. He does have bomb though. So, not a horrible situation, but does decide to go exactly where those 3 players are waiting on him, and finds himself getting taken out in that bottom elevator area. 3-2 to the side of the Swordsman.
He's able to find his first one there as well. See if somebody can open up their leader if we're just going to go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see a team take control. I mean, it's really just intense. All of these maps, neither of these teams want to just secure a lead, you know? They just want to keep making it interesting, which we love, I guess, as spectators, but it's also super stressful watching both of these teams.
Very much so, and a lot of B plays in here. Revo finds one on the Magic. Crump with another. Revo
Very
with a third.
quickly, Bracky left in a 1v4.
Oh my god.
And wow. Aggression out of the Swordsman. Like I said, the confidence gonna help them in this series. Maybe. Gonna take a lead here, finally. Are the Swordsmen. And
Yeah.
that would put them on series point as well.
Yeah, most definitely. This is back to it with the search. A huge map here. It's been Gizmo's Goodboys taking home the search and destroys. Yeah, no, yeah. I think they've taken both search and destroys so far.
Yeah, yeah. So this would be a big map for the Swordsmen.
Definitely.
Take that mode. That's been the thorn in their side so far in the series. Revo wants that to happen on a 6 streak. See what he can find with the car, but Bracky gets the first blood onto Sack, and so now left in a 3v4 are the Swordsmen, but they are on defense. There's still a chance here. They can get that bomb down, and, which they do, but Revo gets traded out. Now a 2v3 for G2 and Crump.
Oh.
Captain and the first pick, though.
Oh.
They find 2 kills. Does G2. And with the help is Crump, so they win the round. 5-2 lead. And wow, great round out of the Swordsman, out of Crump and G2, actually. I mean, G2 was in such, he was like a fish in a barrel, but he won all of those gunfights. You just see all these players tracking him, like hunting him down, and he just somehow survives.
Yeah.
And wins all the gunfights there.
I mean, that's just dominant there in the last 30 seconds. G2 able to find that second. Clicked on the Bracky there. Look at this jumping down.
He was also one of those players that I highlighted with the 0-3 start, and he now is on a 3 streak. So like I said, if those players could get involved, they could run away with it, and that they did. And Magic, close gunfight loss on the Sack, and that might be the game. A 1v4 for VJs, he finds the first, but it may be all for nothing. And it is.
It is 6-2. 4 Swordsmen looking dominant on the protocol there. They're going to take it to series point 4-3.
Yeah, big map out of Crump. KD leader of this team, so you need him to pop off their X Factor and Revo 10-4.
Insane map from Revo.
And he only had 730 damage there, with 10 kills, and that's just playing good team COD. I mean, you're just finishing your teammates' trades at that point. I mean, getting that last bullet in, it's important. Winning those trades and giving your team that man advantage is big, and Revo did just that in that map.
Let's get this all set. We're at 4-3. Rewind hardpoint for for the map 8. Get that pinned.
And wow,
yo, we're not gonna play on your guys' host
for the Swordsmen.
Yeah, y'all looking
being
on
on
me
the
fucked
back
up, bro. I was
foot
trying
the
to host and y'all
entire
was
series,
bitching, bro.
closing the
Keep that
gap
shit
and tying
central.
it up twice, but not able to take the lead until now. But now, on series point, going into the last 2 maps, only need 1 more. Is the Swordsman.
They can close it out here if we're going to get a map 9. Going all the way.
And we are going on to a rewind hardpoint. I don't even know if I've casted a rewind hardpoint. I don't think I have.
Yeah, I've done maybe 1. I've only done 1 dealership too. So if we do get map 9.
I've also only casted 1 dealership. It's going to be an interesting last 2 maps. The 2 new maps in the map pool, actually. So that's fun.
Yeah. Let's see if maybe I can put this up. Yeah, hopefully we can get onto this map 8. I know there's definitely some people in the Four Swordsmen that need to leave here soon, so we need to get moving.
As we're waiting on this to start up, I mean, Rewind Hardpoint. It's gonna be a bang out. I'm kind of excited for it. I think this is gonna be my first time
Good to go?
casting it, so
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited.
it's gonna be a good one here. I'm definitely excited.
I want to see G2 turn up in this hardpoint. So I think his team really needs him here. Same, but I mean, like Revo, like we said, is the X factor, but G2 gonna need to pop off here, try and fight back and forth with Poison to try to win this series. And they could close it out here in 8, but the chat is calling for 9, and I do think that it might go 9 here.
So we're gonna see right here. I believe. Oh, looks like we're gonna get a restart. I'm gonna have to change the logos. I think either way.
Maybe requesting a different host because 3 of them left the lobby.
Map count is 4-3 for Swordsmen. Right. See if we are back. Map 8. And restart. Oh boy. This is
Yeah, delay after delay. That's the
Definitely.
COD player way.
yeah, it's not making it any
Didn't even
more
mean to
helpful
run.
that 4 swordsman players have to leave in like 10 minutes now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said 15 minutes ago they have to leave in 25 minutes so they can start the match, and we've been restarting and restarting and restarting the last 15 minutes, so that's not good.
Yeah. Hopefully that softball game can wait for the side of the swordsman.
Ew. We shall see.
I think it's them that's ending it though. I'm not 100% sure, but they did back out the last time, didn't they?
This last one, Poison, was on spectator, so
So we should get back in here then.
Hey, are we ready?
ready. Let's go. Map 8 finally now, maybe?
Hopefully we can get into this rewind. Best of 9 already a long series, but they are making it longer. Somehow.
We'll see if we get a map 9 here, or is it going to be? And honestly, I will say if we 4 swordsmen do close it out here, we're not going to be able to get a post game with them because 2 or 3 of them are going to be on.
Well, if only one of them. Maybe they're gonna have to do the phone call in the car.
Yeah, like I mean,
on the ride there.
We'll see if it comes down to it, but we are off and going. Map 8. DJ's first one on time here. Shots down. No kill play yet. There's the trades in.
Yep. Now, a little bit of map control in the middle for the side of the swordsman. Swordsmen need to close this map out so that they can make their softball game. So they have 2 motives here: the tournament and the softball game on the line.
I mean, literally though.
Hot.
And that is definitely maybe gonna help them here. I don't know. We'll see.
A little bit of motivation, extra motivation if you needed it, on top of that $520. But the back spawns being fought for by number 3 and number 6. Who's going to win it? This P2, these back spawns are everything. G2 is going to be aware that number 6 and Bracky is here, but just going to give that up for now and try to help on to time. Going to know that player's still back there. Going to look for the kill. Will he find it? A little bit of an awkward situation for G2, still trying to play spoiler through the backside. Gets one, or does he? Shaky fight, but gets traded out. And now, trades going down for both teams. Extending their lead is the side of the good boys. But the swordsman fighting through the front side. Can't find it though. Still control to the sword, or to the good boys actually. With the swordsman gonna lick their wounds and rotate on over towards this P3 objective on this garbage hill. Zach on that truck, a nade could take him out. Teammates might want to get those trophies down around him, but they're worried about this push through on this B side of the map, BS and D side of the map, should I say. But they do find that kill through the backside. Sack sneaks through, but gets traded out. Revo on the point with his team. I think it was Crump that found the kills. Trade's still going down on time. Like I said, that truck, very dangerous. Trophy's not in yet, and so it leads to the break for the side of the Good Boys. The Good Boys trying to extend this lead. They want to see a map 9, which might be devastating for the softball community in Cincinnati, Ohio.
It may be. We're going to see, but opening up, yeah, big lead now, at least so far, is the Good Boys. But Four Swordsmen able to get a break here, down about 40. About to head over to P4. Who can get the hold on P4? It seems to be somewhat of a money hill.
Revo playing a bit aggressive with the sub through this office area. Gotta be aware of those long angles that those players can take on him from that old objective. They can push through the side and effectively take the spawns from the front, but the trades go in the favor of the Swordsmen. A chance to bring themselves back in this game to try to close this series out. Revo stops shooting at 1. Gets traded. Now, slow methodical break from the Good Boys. What can they find? Poison with the first. G2 sliding around in time, just playing his life. Can they keep the hold? They can't. And now, all spawning out is the Swordsmen, the Good Boys, with a plentiful break, only giving up about 20 seconds there, which could have been a devastating full 60, getting the Swordsmen right back in the game if they didn't.
Working their way up past a 40-point lead once again, so Gizmo's Good Boys, they really want to get this to a map 9 here, and gonna head over to P5 now, where looks like Four Swordsmen are at least set up.
And Revo is going to be in here first, but he's playing in a position that gives himself very little information, just waiting on a 50-50 gunfight, and relying on pure gun skill to win it. Not going to be able to do it though, as he does get shot by 2 players from the side of the Good Boys, challenging together. The Good Boys playing good team COD right there for the break. Twice now they've had breaks on an early setup from the side of the Swordsmen. For the Swordsmen, break right back in. This hill can be very mixy. Neither team getting a solid foothold, so climbing back into the game is the Swordsmen. If they can find the rest of this time, it will effectively be only a 20-point lead for the side of the Good Boys heading into this second rotation.
Some big time here for the Four Swordsmen to creep themselves at least back into this game. Looks like they're going to get a lot of this scrap time. And they're going to bring themselves back within about 35 points here. Starting to heat up a bit this side.
Bad considering the way this game started.
Yeah, most definitely. It looks like they're going to get out of control fast. Revo with 1, Trump and G2 finding another set of kills. So back within about 30 points here.
Like I said, these guys on the side of the Swordsmen do a good job of keeping these games close, but again, they always find themselves fighting on the back foot in these hard points. Now, I know they did close out that last one, 250 to 190 earlier in the series, but they're going to have to find another if they want to close it out in 8 maps.
We shall see, working back and forth on the P1 so far. Trump trying to push his way through P3 side. Maybe he can get some information, kill or two. Finds the first. Nothing more, but P2 spawns are in for Four Swordsmen, down once again about 30 to 40 points.
Yeah, and they have good control of this P2, but Poison, 2 kills through the front leads to a lot of pressure coming through that CD and blue area, so they're not going to be aware of the back, but Bracky, and I'm sorry, not Bracky, Poison, not able to find anything through the backside. So good clearance from the side of the Swordsmen to maintain those spawns, but they have to keep control of this hill. They have to fight off this front pressure, but now the spawns actually flipped for the side of the Good Boys. I don't think anybody snuck through. I just think that the fact that nobody was back there blocking caused that spawn out for the side of the Swordsmen, and now you have the Good Boys in the hill, 30 seconds left, extending their lead, could be at about 190 to 109 by the end of this, and at that point, you might have to call a game on this map number 7. But the Swordsmen, they don't want that to happen. They fight back, they mitigate some damage. If they get this last 20, only a 40-point lead. Like I said, they do a good job of keeping it close, but they have to get the upper hand here leading into these next 2 hills.
They're going to have to chain together another hill here. I mean, still, yeah, down about 40 points, even with getting that last 20. They're gonna need to start getting the first 40 of these hills and not the last 20 of everyone.
Exactly. And right now, maybe not going the way they want, but a team kill out of Magic may cost the hill for the side of the Good Boys. Last one in is DJ's. He gets taken out, and now the Swordsmen storming through. If they can hold the rest of this time, it'd essentially be a 10-point game. They just need to maintain these good spawns for that P3 and that P4 towards the backside of the 18-wheeler over here.
They're doing just that, bringing themselves somewhat back into this, but holding those P4 spawns are definitely just as crucial. It's starting to go down, and there's the spawn out. Off of that, Poison gets spawns for new, and that's going to be an impossible read for Crump.
Read it.
Yeah.
Crump gets 2, but now, unfortunate series of events, only 55 points needed to win, and now set up for a full 60, but number 4 gets a fortunate spawn. That's Revo. Can he find any of the kills? Bracky somehow reads it. Revo not ready for the gunfight, having a tough one on the map. Maybe hasn't played it enough since it got back in the rotation, because today he's been playing very well, but this map having a rough one.
And most definitely, it looks like we might be getting a map 9 here, unless we have some crazy comeback in from the 4 swords. They're finding the kills now, so they're able to get, once again, the break with about 20 seconds left to, I guess, at least keep them in this. But nothing more, really. Still going to be down about 60, 70 points.
And the last
giving up
12,
the last 10. Yeah.
Going home.
Ugh.
I mean, just an unfortunate series of events, and I think that's why this map got removed from the rotation in the first place, was those back P4 spawns being a little iffy. Might cost the Swordsmen this map here, because they were back pretty far on the map, and somehow like get the spawn out and just unfortunately get flipped and just weren't able to watch all those lanes. It's just an awkward situation in that back spawn. It's so deep. You have to play for the hill pressure, but you also have to play for that back spawn, and it's just really hard to play both.
Definitely. I mean, they're finding the kills now, so Revo finding 2 there. But still. 15
needed to win, 25 left, so the Swordsmen have to break in here. They can't let any of this time go to the side of the Good Boys. The Swordsmen have a chance in this game. They're going to push the 190 mark, and if they can just mitigate damage in this P1, not let any of this P1 time go to the side of the Good Boys, they have a chance to close it out on this P2. This has become anyone's game.
Most definitely. And Poison playing through old P5 and gets taken down, so early time in for the 4 swordsmen here.
And map
this is the play.
As well. Trump, though, does get flooded on the re-entry from the side of the Good Boys. What can Sack find? Maybe shouldn't take those long angles with the submachine gun, because he is going to get taken out. So now a break is in for the Good Boys. Only 12 to win, so the Swordsmen have to get there. Only 8 seconds left. What can they find? Stack maybe going for the pinch. A little too late for that in the map, and all the kills going to the side of the Good Boys. A valiant effort on the comeback, made it interesting, but too little too late from the side of the Swordsmen on that map.
Yeah, and we're going to get a map 9. Here we go. Dealership for all the marbles.
And I'm hearing that the softball community... I'm just kidding.
They are not feeling good right now.
They're not feeling good right now, dude.
So, yeah, I'm not really sure. Poison with 20 assists. 20 assists? Okay. My God. But here we are, map 9.
Map number 9. These teams are super evenly matched.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, this is definitely one for the books. We're going to remember this one.
Tough one out of Revo there. Got to look at him to bounce back in this search and destroy. And I want to highlight G2 here, and I was looking back at my stat boards earlier, and G2 actually does have a higher KD in Search and Destroy than Poison, the only game mode that he has a higher KD in. So, you got to look at him to try and lead his team to this map 9 victory.
You have to here. We're about to get in. Four map count.
And let's see where the Swordsmen decide to push. And like I said earlier, it works best when they play aggressively. It looks like they are going to be playing aggressively towards this A site, already for the chow from that vent, but maybe checking it a little too early. Can Poison get the timing? Maybe waits a little too long. So, getting out with his life is G2 after that plant. But Poison finds the gap, gets the first blood on the pump. Now a 3v4 for the Swordsman. But
oh boy.
Trade going down. Now a 1v3. Poison insta-hops the defuse. Gets away with his life, and now kill coming in for the side of the Goodboys. Some body shots out of Bracky.
First round in, Goodboys. Able to get the break.
I mean, this is a map 9. This is crazy. I can't believe we are still here in this series. Both of these teams.
Yeah, this has been
really
insane.
showing out today.
This is insane. But 1-0. Poison and Bracky able to find 2 each there on this search. And if Bracky starts to heat up on this search, it is going to be scary.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy you look at for this team to try to pop off in that search mode. Ooh, a lot of nades finding him early in the round, so they're going to know they're here. A quick pinch out of the side of the Swordsman, playing aggressively. First blood to them from on the VJs. But now they're going to try and play this pinch fast.
Oh boy!
With the pistol, stops shooting and ends up losing the gunfight. Trades going to the Goodboys up 2-0. Unfortunate for Crump there, not able to find the kill before he turns away.
Exit the round, 2-0 Goodboys.
And now 4-0 start from Poison, 3-0 start from Bracky. Crump and G2, tier 1s on the opposite side. I mean, not tier 1s, but I'm sorry, tier 1 and tier 2 on the opposite side. Yet to find a kill. So that might be the difference here.
Oh boy.
And Revo and Crump taken out very quickly in the round. DJs with another big kill on to G2. G2 and Crump both still yet to find a kill. I said that Crump got taken out because that's what it said in the kill feed, but I think it was actually Sack that got taken out.
Yeah, and that's going to be the round either way. So 3-0 Goodboys. They are looking dominant so far. Let's see if 4 Swordsmen can show some life here.
Yeah, the Swordsmen really got to lock in here. In this last map, both in tier 1 and tier 2 yet to find a kill. They're going to have to turn up. They have to help their guys out in Revo and Sack, who have been playing great as far as the draft order goes and where they were picked, playing great. Each of them respectively as their tier 3 and tier 4. So,
what the hell happened there? Screw was all glitch. Alright, G2 needs to find himself something. Looks like a first blood did come in on the Poison there, but 2 trades right back. All up to G2 and Crump here in the 2v3 now.
They're gonna have to find something. This is the round that they need to try and get back in this map. They cannot go down 4-0 in this tier 1 and tier 2 combo in G2 and Crump. They're gonna have to show their boys that they can do it with this 2v3 clutch.
No boy, I mean, the pinch is now potentially in. G2 gonna have to make the play here. Gets caught. All up to Crump here in the 1v3. Finds one, but gets traded out. 4-0.
G2 not ready for the gunfight there. Should have maybe been expecting that. I mean, would have expected him to be playing somewhere in that corner watching a pinch. But I don't know. It just maybe thinking that they were making the mistake, maybe thinking that they were overthinking it, and costing his life and the round. 4-0 lead for the Good Boys, looking to take this series from the jaws of defeat, down 4-3 on the back foot, but
Poison.
now fighting back. Poison gets 2. Cracky gets weakened up. Doesn't want to lose his streak. Now 5-0. And I would say looking for the Hellstorm, but I don't know if he can even find it in time before they win the map. If he was able to get the Hellstorm, you know what I mean? You would assume that they win the round.
They're right there with the life advantage here in the 5th round.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a clinical search and destroy. And I think we've seen a few 6-0 search and destroys this split, which is surprising.
Oh, definitely. And got all up to Revo now. Revo gets traded out. 5-0 Good Boys.
You guys are fucking dog shit, bro. Host is not
And
saving
we
y'all.
call it to the last
And
map in this
Bracky's
series.
going. Bracky's yelling at me, shit.
Bracky had to die on the map. Not necessarily doing it all, only 6 kills, but, you know, keeping his life, playing his life effectively, and helping them win each of these 5 rounds. And, I mean, could we see a full sale out of the Swordsmen? Yes. Will we? Well, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna have to see here. But the first blood off the back of that RC on to Revo, and is now a 3v4 out of the side of the Swordsman. The Swordsman having a horrible map 5, maybe not ready for the dealership. G2 still juice.
Just opening and closing the door here, back and forth.
I mean, they are playing for checkouts here. And it's G2 that they're playing for the checkout on, so that's even worse. Poison gets the kill. G2 finally finds first kill of the map, but now left in a 1v2 in a bad position.
You niggas fucking suck.
Not able to find it.
Yeah, that's gonna
Saves
be a
himself
6-0.
from the donut in the map 9.
That's it. The split is closed.
That's gonna be the series. That's gonna be the split. That is Major 4 of the Family Ties COD League. A 10-2 map out of Poison. Or is that Poison?
10-2 from Poison,
Is that Poison's first championship?
I think
in
so.
The Family Ties COD League?
I believe so. I believe it is.
I'm gonna have to get in here with an interview with these guys.
Yeah, let's let me set this
Go
real
ahead.
quick. We're set. Yeah, let's go over.
All right, let's hop on over.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Yo, what's good?
GG's to you guys, and I mean everybody in the split. I want to say as well to GG's too, but I mean you guys came through and pulled it out in the last 2 maps there. I want to say congratulations to all you guys, and you guys definitely brought it home there in the last 2 maps. You know, really reigning supreme. So I'll leave it to you guys. Anything you guys want?
I don't know. Teammates are nasty.
Thanks for casting.
No problem,
really
guys. Yeah, sorry for the little delay we had in the middle, but nonetheless, I mean, you guys are the victors of Major 4 and the best of 9. Obviously, a very hectic day, I guess, today, but you know, we figured and sorted everything out. So, yeah, one more time, I just want to say congratulations, you guys. You guys definitely played, you know, your hearts out today. It showed.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you casting.
I had to get high, bro. None of that was personal. I fuck with all of them.
Yeah. No, and Sketchy, anything you got?
I mean, I mean, they already said what they needed to say. I was gonna ask about that dealership S&D. I mean, 6-0. Did you guys have a game plan going into that one? Is that the map 9 that you guys wanted?
That was our first time playing the map all split.
Yeah. When we were
Well-
doing Vivos, I was like, no way we're about to go to a Map 9 dealership. So that was actually insane that we went there.
It most definitely
Yeah, and I
was.
mean, you guys were clinical in all of the search and destroys. Actually, I mean, that red card, the 4-round comeback. I guess that's S&D wins championships.
Yeah.
Definitely brought it home for you guys tonight here, but hey, no, we'll leave it at that. I just want to say GG's, and yeah, see you guys later.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate you casting.
Appreciate you.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we are, I guess, about done from here. It was definitely a good split, Major 4. We got the final leaderboard up here as well. Gizmo's Goodboys taking it home. Poison getting that ring there as well for himself. Yeah, any last words from you, Sketchy?
No, it was a great split, barring some unfortunate circumstances. But I mean, the good boys. I mean, I think everybody kind of favored them from the beginning. So I don't know if the outcome is too surprising. Although the Swordsmen did put up a great fight there in that grand finals.
Yeah, they were right there, but came up just a little bit short. But no, I'm gonna get on out of here after that. And GG's to everybody. Thank you, everybody who stopped by here today.
Yeah, and I appreciate you letting me hop in on the cast with you.
Yeah, no problem.